Scott LoBaido is here. He's one of the organizers of the protests in Staten Island. Scott, we appreciate you being here. Look, the border crisis has been going on for a couple of years. I was down there 2 years ago reporting on it. Why now? Why these protests now in New York?
Because it's this, look, Texas is ground zero for the invasion, okay? But Staten Island is ground zero for the fix, because it is infiltrating the working, residential, middle-class communities where schools of young children, young girls, pre-K to 12, and they're putting in these young adult males, okay, understand that, who are not vetted. This is the key. Forget about everybody saying that we're, anti-immigrant and all of that, which is bull, because we know we're not, okay? You can't bring in millions and millions and millions of young men of military age who have not been vetted or checked for pedophilia, rape, murder, viruses, diseases, and plant them into this working community where children right there, playgrounds right there. There's a school right up the street here. People live right here and right there. This was a senior citizen home. We could use it for our own homeless, for our senior citizens who are out and who don't have anywhere to go. This is by design. This administration, this president, and I realize it, and anybody out there who doesn't realize this, you need to get your head examined. This is being purposely done to bring and put these people in.
I'm not going to argue with you that I'm not going to argue with you that the border is purposely open. I mean, we've reported on that extensively over the past couple of years. But I'm thoughtful about how close you are to Ellis Island. Just, I don't know why it's personal to me, because my ancestors, my grandmother came through Ellis Island, and there were people who said the same thing you're saying about my grandmother and great-grandparents that you're saying about these folks. And I'm wondering if there's a reason you feel that it's different now than then.
Listen, I'm not even going to respond to that question, okay? Because what did I just explain to you? We have a system here. Everybody is welcome. I come from immigrants. Everybody in this crowd comes from immigrants. But we came here through a system, and the system is busted really bad. It's really bad. And it starts with our mayor, who welcomed them in because it's a sanctuary city. All these sanctuary city enthusiasts are not so enthusiastic anymore, okay? This is insane. We have a system, and everybody who's crying, where's the humanity? Where's the Christianity? Where's the humanity and Christianity at the border for the little kids that are drowning in a river, crossing a river, or the fentanyl deaths across this country? Where's the Christianity and humanity for that? I'm tired of hearing people saying that we're not humanitarians and Christian. This is bull, and it's going to stop. And Staten Island is the ground zero that is going to make it stop, because we're going to be out in the street every night, peacefully, because that's what Big Brother notices, and that's how things change. So America, get out in the street and do what we're doing. They will
Scott,
change
let me just ask you,
because they're not used to seeing working people in the street.
I think you're right. You've gotten a lot of people's attention by talking about this and standing up for this. We reported on it a lot in Chicago. Ben Bradley at WGN in Chicago just found a $29 million contract from the city that offers new details on 10 cities planned for Chicago migrants. 3 meals a day, laundry, daily child care, and van transportation to the school or doctor. It's going to be interesting to see what happens to 10 cities in Chicago during the winter. We'll have more on that tomorrow. I just got about 30 seconds, and I want to give you the last word here. Eric Adams did invite all of this, and he talked about how New York is a sanctuary city and is going to welcome everybody. Do you think that it can change now, or is it too late? These folks are there already. There's thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, of people on the border who've heard this already.
It's going to get worse before it gets better. We are waiting for the judge's decision on the court hearing about closing down the one at Villa, okay, right next to that school, because the mayor does not have the authority to call an emergency order. This is not a natural disaster. It's a man-made disaster created by him and the people in the Biden administration. The mayor is responsible for this, so he has no right to call an executive order or an emergency order to tell us what to do and put the burden on the working people of this beautiful, once beautiful city. The shame with him.
So what's the answer, Scott? You're out in the streets. I understand you're angry, and you make some great points in terms of what.
The answer is we have plenty of. First of all, close the effing border. Number one.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.